In today's Fuel Your Fire segment of Ignite Success, I have Dr. Ivorique Turner, and she is the owner of eMDnow. Welcome, Dr. Turner.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's my pleasure. So, I understand you have a pretty interesting background that got you to eMDnow. What is your background?
Absolutely. Well, I'm a veteran first and foremost.
Yay, God bless you, and thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. So this is very important to me. But my husband and I formed our company back in April of last year. I'm the former Assistant Chief Medical Officer for the VA here in Jacksonville. That's
terrific.
What brought me to this beautiful city, and had the wonderful opportunity to serve in that position, helping veterans, serving with, just outstanding people every day. They work so hard there. But unfortunately, there's still a struggle to get veterans in a timely manner with respect to healthcare access. So that's why we formed our company. We chose telemedicine, which is the ability to see a doctor online, if you will, as a venue, because we can see more veterans than you can in the office. And so,
So, I think that's fascinating that how long were you at the VA?
I was there a year.
A year, okay,
Yes.
super. And where did you move from?
I moved from Atlanta.
Okay. So, as a veteran yourself, have you experienced this very same issue trying to get access to medical care?
Absolutely. Now, it was obviously better when I was on active duty because they have to see us and make sure that we're always operational.
Right.
But, when I would travel, or certainly when I came off active duty, trying to find access to care out in the community, there's still a big lag with respect to community care providers who want to sign up and see our veterans. And then obviously getting care at the VA is challenging because the VA itself is critically undermanned.
Right,
and
it's
so
understaffed.
That's the real issue, to be honest.
There's not enough people to take care of all the need. I mean, these are people who have served our country, and we should be making sure they get the best of care.
Yes.
So I think telemedicine is fairly new, right? How many years has it been around?
Well, it's been around for longer than you think. Telemedicine is actually under the umbrella of telehealth.
Okay.
So anytime you've communicated with your physician's nurse, getting your lab results or things like that, that's telemedicine, or a phone consultation. Yes,
right.
ma'am. Telemedicine is just the ability to see your physician or provider virtually. So, but here in Florida, the legislation is such that before recent passing of important bills, it wasn't mandatory with respect to reimbursement. And so that was a challenge for us providers wanting to practice telemedicine. But now, thanks to Senator Gail Harrell and Clay Yarborough, those bills have passed, and it's just waiting for the governor's signature.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what will that enable you to do now?
That will allow me to see patients via telemedicine and get reimbursed for it. It will also make sure that we're safe with respect to the patient. So things like controlled substances, that's never going to be appropriate for telemedicine.
Right.
Also, there's some guidelines. We want to make sure that patients are taken care of and have minor illnesses and injuries. Representative Clay Yarborough. We talked about veterans. Mental health is so important.
It is.
The suicide rate for veterans is 22 a day, unfortunately, and that's just the reported number.
In Florida?
That's nationally.
Right, okay.
Yes, yes. And so telemedicine is a great way to reach those veterans who may not have the transportation, who may have barriers that prevent them from going into an office, whether it's a phobia or what have you. But again, in addition to taking care of the veterans, now the Floridians can benefit from the avenue of telemedicine.
Which is so important. Now, are you using things like Skype and Zoom as well?
So we don't use Skype because Skype is not HIPAA compliant. I have software that I use.
You have your own.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But Zoom is HIPAA compliant, and so that enables patients to be seen in a safe manner. You want to protect their privacy. You want to protect their medical information, and you don't want to, absolutely.
But if somebody wants to show you something on their arm, it's a way for them to do that, right? To put it up to the camera.
Apple has come up with a way, believe it or not. Apple has allowed, and they've partnered with the VA on this. Actually, a lot of people don't realize it, but they're allowing veterans to have access to their records, and that's important because when they come see me out in the community or providers like myself, then we can ensure continuity of care.
Right.
So,
which is critical.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's a lot of very exciting things that you're involved in, and do you have an event coming up or something that
we
you want
do?
to
So
share
we
about?
have yes, ma'am. We have a location on Moncrief Road, which is embedded inside of the Newtown Pharmacy, which allows us to take care of not only veterans but people in the Northwest Jacksonville community. We just opened a second location at Ponte Vedra Beach.
Oh,
again, reaching out to those retirees. And we have a third location that will be opening in Fort Walton at the first of next month. So we're so excited to go where the veterans are. We're so excited to be able to bring telemedicine. We offer outpatient services, and we also complete the veterans disability exams. So we're full practice, full scope with respect to taking care of our veterans as well as Floridians.
Sounds like you're growing rapidly. You're making a big difference. Well, thank you for all you do. Thank you for your service, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity to serve our veterans.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me.
It's my pleasure.